Hello, Vikas.
Yes, sir.
You want to attend this lab?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. So, Madan,
Yes,
did
sir.
students have classes now?
No, sir. Nobody have a class.
Okay, fine, good. I don't, yeah, even from 2 to 2:50, you don't have any classes, is it?
Yeah, today sir is not there. He is absent.
Fine. Okay. So, we didn't know it. Yeah, I had to leave for a meeting at 3 o'clock. So, I thought of having it 2:30. So,
Okay, sir.
yeah. But we thought you have a class.
No.
Okay.
Yes, sir. They will join, sir.
Okay. So, sure. I'm sharing the screen. It's visible, right?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Right. Okay, let us wait for a couple of minutes and then start. So on the ADSP lab sheets, how are the things going? So you people are able to do reasonably well?
Yes, sir. We could finish it. No issues.
Okay.
Without any issues.
Yeah, fine, sure. So we will have 4 more lab sheets also, 3 or 4 more lab sheets in ADSP.
I think
So
3 is
8 to 10 lab
right.
sheets we are supposed to do as a part of lab. So
Okay, sir.
yeah, I think we should also make some evaluations as a part of the lab. So let us see if I will talk to our TAs and see if we can make some kind of evaluations. Even Viva is maybe needed for a ADSP as well.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and finally exam and Viva is needed. So
yes,
yeah, I will let you know in another lab or at the end of this lab.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, let us start the discussion on image processing lab this semester. Welcome back to this new lab course, image processing. Since anyway, we don't know when we are about to have a physical class and so on, we thought of starting the lab from the beginning itself. And anyway, this is a more of a programming lab. It's in fact a programming lab. So I don't think there is any issue even to work from you at even to work from home for you. And our friends will introduce you to Google Colab, where you can code reasonably well with good computational power as well for the lab assignments. Even though in fact you may not need GPU and so on, but at the beginning at least, but we will keep going in that itself. We can do it there itself. And the lab is named as image processing lab. But however, you may need to this lab encompasses image processing experiments more predominantly. However, you will also have the experiments related to machine learning. So some of the experiments that you may or may not do as a programming assignments there in the course will be there as some lab assignments here. So using the image features, how do you do classification, for example, okay, of some images, something like that, recognize face of a person, and so on. We will discuss it. This is machine learning for image processing lab or image processing lab you can consider. Okay. So the programming as suggested by many of your seniors as well as the TAs can be in will be in Python. So those who are new to Python will get introduced by our TAs a little bit, and then you can keep learning it and using it, because anyway you are now somewhat familiar with MATLAB. in other DSP lab, you learn Python and use it from now in this image processing lab. That will help you even for your projects and so on. If you want to work in this area, I think Python is very good and necessary. So that's how we go ahead. On the other fronts, now in the lab content, we will start with some of the image digital image fundamentals. I will, as I introduced you in the last class what an image is, we will see little more details on the image and some of the image processing operations. Okay. So before we move on, and I don't have much time to discuss at the beginning now. So I happened to schedule a departmental some meeting in the department a priori before the timetable and so on. So this meeting, I will be there for another 10-15 minutes in this meeting. And after that, I will hand over the discussion to setting up of the platform, that is Google Colab, and the Python aspects to Sumant and Arun. So they will take care. And for the lab as well, we have all the 4 TAs with us. Sumant, Arun, even in fact, Survardhan is also there, 5 TAs for us. Where you can ask your questions and doubts. So any of them who are readily available at that time are familiar quite with the question you have asked, they will address you. So you can chat here, or you can talk to them in the Google while you are doing your exercises. So you are supposed to be on for the whole 2 hours or 2.5 hours or 3 hours. So it's in fact 3 hours lab time, so that the things keep moving. Okay, so don't schedule anything else during lab time. So I will be discussing on little bit of introduction to the lab. Okay, and planning to hand it over to them and grading strategies. Okay, that's the current plan. Subsequently, I will come and discuss more on these operations. Okay, what the lab sheet we have, first lab sheet. Okay, these things I will discuss after I come back from the meeting. So typically, quickly, I will give you 2 minutes time now. So I request you people to tell, okay, what image processing operations you know, and what is it useful for? Any image processing operation, if you say, so how is it useful for? Can you quickly tell now? Any of you in the, those who are around? See, I have given you 2 minutes time. Tell Harshvardhan.
Sir, equalization operation.
What is that?
Image equalization.
Okay, what is image equalization?
Sir, we will distribute the intensities in the image equally.
Okay, that means
over the,
say
intensity.
not fully understood. So you mean to say that I will put zeros all first row, second row, all ones, something like that?
No, sir. In the histogram, if we see the histogram, it will look like it's confined to some space. We will over the.
Okay, when is it useful? When is it needed? So when do you think that histogram equalization?
To know the sir, in the image, if the intensity, if some contrast are not clear, by doing histogram equalization, we will get
Right.
all the
So
contrast.
usually what may happen is when we acquire images, they may not be of good quality. Okay, so sometimes they may contrast. That means the like the intensities may be quite close and may look dark, or it may look very bright. Okay, so the objects in the image or the scene may not be very clearly visible. Okay, in such cases, there are some enhancement techniques. Okay, so to change the gray levels to appropriately or modify the gray levels appropriately, so that the visualization or the image look will improve. Okay, that is image enhancement techniques. okay, are the ones which will enable us to do it. Histogram is equalization, which you said is one example of it. We will discuss later on that. So any other things? So you can think of real context when you need this and what you need to do. Then we will see actually what we need to do later. Where you need image processing is the question now. One example is poor illumination, okay, or the poor contrast conditions. You need image processing to enhance the images. Fine, good. So any other examples?
Image compression, sir, to reduce the size of
Okay,
image.
why image compression?
Maybe image of very high MB, high data rate. So if you want to transmit, so then to transmit, just to know whether something is there. So it is it doesn't require much MB. So in that case, we can compress it and we can transfer. So let's
Okay, fine. So one image, it may not matter me much. So I will be able to transmit easily. So why do you think that much important? Say it's okay, some MB I need. So I will somehow get some.
Yes, sir,
yeah.
Yeah. In case of video also, no, sir. Video also is a combination of picture, images only, no, sir.
Correct.
So it may be useful for compression in the videos also.
Right. It may be useful or it's
Yes.
necessary. Without that, you can't get away.
Yes, sir.
So you should think in
maybe,
terms of
sir,
the volume of the data that is generated by the video recordings. Okay. So see, for example, 30 frames per second we record usually. Each frame 1 megapixel at least we want camera. Okay. So 10 power 6 and 8 bits at least we need 10 power 6 into 8. Okay. Those many bits and 10 power 6 into 8 such frames, such images 30 frames per second. Okay. So you need 30 into 6 into 8 into 10 power 6.
8 into 10.
Okay. So roughly you can consider 10 power 8. Of that range, 10 power 8 data just created in 1 second in a video recording. So now assume that I may want to stream whole day. How much data is that created? So it's like 10 power 10, more than 10 power 10 bits. Okay, 10 power 12 bits.
Yes, sir.
So that much of data if I want to send it. Okay, so it's not easy to send or communicate, send the video, okay, or to receive the videos. So we need the image compression. So we should be able to know how to handle with this image data such that I will be able to do image compression. I should know how to handle these images with the background, foreground information and so on to improve the visualization of the image, to see the enhanced details of the image. Okay, fine, very good. Any other applications? Okay, you think of, I will skip this discussion for now. Okay, outline of the lab. The lab mainly discusses on all these aspects. Okay, how the image processing applications can be done. Okay, what are typical ways of doing? How the other aspect that is not touched at all is assume that I have sent the image. Is that good enough? Or if I have the image with me, is that good enough? High quality image, is that good enough? What are the jobs I want to do given an image? Any one answer? Assume that I have given you this image of the screen that is there now. What I want to do with this? What do you think?
I might want to read the content shifts like given image. We can read what is written, or we can identify objects or face recognition.
Right. I want to read the content. I want to identify the objects. I want to know who is say there in the image, persons. Okay, understand the image as such. Okay, so that information is also we will see in the lab. Some of the experiments are based on it. Okay, focus towards that. Okay, so I will discuss the detailed stuff later. Okay, let me move on to the other aspects of the introduction of this lab. There are no specific book as such for the programming aspects. Okay, so you can see in MATLAB, this is a MATLAB programming aspect. Our TAs, I will request them to find out if there is any good book on Python programming for image processing or machine learning. Okay, both of them. And the theory part you can see in Gonzalez and Woods. Those who have taken another course may be already familiar with this, and it's a very classical book. So it's, you can see from here. I think soft copy may be available if you could get it. And the other books also, if you are able to find, I think it is fine. Okay, at least if you want to procure, I would say that this is a very good book for image processing. So it's good to procure and keep it with you to refer and use it subsequently. And so the usually for every lab you need to submit the report. Okay, and there is a Viva at least once or twice for one lab or two labs. Okay, once in week or once in 15 days. This is a kind of Moodle quiz. Okay, for the Viva. We will see actually if it should it be a Moodle quiz or a even Viva to fill the dash and so on. And this is for 20%. Lab reports evaluation is for 30% of marks. Final exam plus Viva is 35%, and paper presentation or mini project in this is 15%. Since you will be doing a series of programming assignments and so on, so you can take a call between paper presentation and mini project here. In the course, anyway, we will have a mini project there. Okay. And the Google Classroom is created, and our TS will share you those details. So as I said, you are supposed to be in the lab to learn it effectively. So you can let me know if you have any quick questions now. I will hand over the discussion to this TS, probably Sumant or Arun, to take you forward to introduce to Google Colab and to Python. Yeah, before I leave, I request you people to convey or comment if you clarifications if you have. No questions?
So about this in-lab evaluation, sir.
Yeah.
It will happen for every lab, or it's happening once in a course? Like what? How does it happen, sir?
Yeah, no. Final exam is for only final lab. Okay, final evaluation. It's you will be there mostly physically. We'll give some lab exercise. You are supposed to complete it within 3 hours and give it back. And Viva also will be there. So that's the final exam. If you tell in-lab evaluation and Viva, in-lab evaluation means every lab we may not ask you questions and so on, but Viva will be there to assess once in a week or once in 15 days. In lab, they will observe in fact, I can also observe, otherwise TS will observe whether you are doing or not. It's mainly that you are spending effectively in lab. That's all. So this marks you can contribute more to Viva. Right. Okay, so in lab evaluation is just a so attendance, for example, if you want to put some marks for attendance, that comes in lab evaluation. Any other questions?
Right.
Yeah, if you have no other questions, I would suggest that it's a very good opportunity. I think we also have some good TAs to help you around to learn things quite fast. Okay, and you utilize time well in learning both Python programming language and more than that the concepts of image processing and machine learning with programming as lab sheets and so on. Okay. So as the lab goes on, I will keep introducing the things. Okay. So I will tell the elegance of the requirement of this image processing lab. Okay. In what applications you can apply, what mini projects you can take, all those things I keep discussing with you and the concepts of the labs. Okay. So mostly after I come back, I will discuss on the lab sheet. Meanwhile, I will request our TS to give you hints on setting up and some little bit of learning Python programming. Okay.
Sir, we'll do that, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thanks then. Thanks to you and bye. I will again join. Okay, so I will keep one of you as the host.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will keep Arun as the co-host, host now. Yeah. So I am making Arun as host. I am just leaving now. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it get recorded in my local computer. So even if I leave, I think it gets recorded, right? I think right. Otherwise, you can record at your place, Arun.
Okay.
Ah, yes, sir. I will do that.
Yeah, bye.